everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Life with Bre. I'm excited that you have joined me in for this video. In this video, I am actually working on a sewing project, or more like a beginner, simple sewing project. Sewing is actually one of the skills I want to get into this year, and I'm just sharing a video with you of me sewing. And if you're curious of what I'm doing, I had an old hair towel that I would use to dry my hair, and I no longer needed it. It was just too big, and just it has lasted its lifetime. But I didn't want to throw the towel away. I wanted to reuse it for something, so I realized that we needed more dish rags. So I cut squares into the towel and made dish rags out of these. So in this video, you're watching me over do an overlock stitch around the square so the edges won't fray. But as you can see in this video as well too, I had a bit of a struggle with that, and it was actually funny that I began sewing, and I don't know if it's in this video, if I clipped it out, but or if it was another video that I started but then stopped. I actually forgot to put the lever down, and then I was wondering why. There was just so many parts within this that I was like, why isn't this working out? But it was just so funny. But I think it just shows, like, when you start a new skill or something, I think sometimes, at least for me in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, this is gonna turn out amazing, and like the first try, and then often it doesn't turn out that way. So I'm learning I need to just lower my expectations a bit when starting new projects, and or starting a new skill, and just encouraging myself to learn little things and not go so fast, because I can get so caught up in just speed and just getting through it, um when I forget that speed isn't the goal, but actually learning the craft and getting better at it is the goal. And so in this video, that's kind of what you see me doing. And if you see me struggling, I am. But I am excited to kind of share, um, just I want this channel to be something more. If you normally listen to this channel, I usually post my podcast, Living Generationally, which I am enjoying, and I want to continue that. But as we have entered the new year, I wanted to do something else with this channel. I love Living Generationally, the podcast, but I want to actually have you guys on the journey, and me showing you the different skills that I'm learning and inviting you along that journey, and also encouraging you as well too to pick up a craft or a skill that you've been wanting to try, but you've been feeling a bit discouraging or kind of doubting yourself. That's kind of what Life with Bre is. I kind of want that to be something that's bigger than just a podcast, but where I can kind of share just some skills and things along the way, and things that I'm looking forward to in life as well too, and just sharing and documenting that journey as well too. My goal here more isn't to like do an everyday vlog kind of situation. That is my goal, but it's more to share with you different projects or different things that I'm working on, or um there's a lot of other things I'm interested in, like you that I may have never shared before. Like I like fermenting, I like health and stuff like that. So I think it'd just be really cool to take you on the journey of learning different ferments and different things I'm trying within the kitchen, or even different skills that I'm doing within the sewing machine, or different areas of my life. I like music, I like playing guitar, I like singing. So that's kind of what Life with Bre is going to be. But I think it's going to be very exciting, and I'm excited to have you guys come along the journey as well too. And I also want to encourage you. Another thing I wanted to talk about is this idea of building the vision. When I first started Living Generationally, just the podcast, I was so nervous, and just this was the start of 2025, and I knew I wanted to start something, a podcast, because I love talking, but I also love learning as well too, and kind of I wanted to document that, what things that I'm learning and growing in. And I was so nervous though, because I'm like, would it be something people are interested in? Like, would it grow? Would it get the numbers and stuff like that? Even like beginning something, I think the most like I'm learning to just get started, and that's can be the hardest thing, is getting started, because you don't know what direction to go in. And something I am so encouraged by just by building living generationally and the vision that I have for it. I feel like it has expanded. I had an idea of what I want it to be, but I feel like this year it has expanded, and I would encourage you that as you're building the vision or that you have in your mind of how you want your life to look like, um, or goals and projects or business ventures or different things that you have in mind. Oftentimes we get scared to start because we don't have the perfect framework or the perfect picture of what it's going to look like or what it has to be. And I just want to encourage you that things change over time. You can start something out in the beginning with it looking one way, and then and ends up being a whole like maybe not wholly completely different. I don't know, wholly like completely different than what you anticipated, but it may take on a different trajectory of what you expected, but had desired for the fullness of that project or goal that you had in mind. And that's kind of what living generationally is. And I kind of had this idea with the podcast, like I was going back and forth. If you listen to the beginning of the podcast, I was talking a lot about family stuff, generational stuff, and that's a lot of stuff I'm interested in too. But I want it to be something further than that, like expand beyond that. You can probably see with different podcast episodes on this channel how I started off one way, but they end up going in different directions. And I just want to encourage you to just get started because it's not first it's not going to be perfect, and it may end up in a different direction than how you what you thought, but what you wanted it to be in the end, if that makes sense. But I just am very excited to start Life with Bre and just share some things that I'm passionate about and just take you along the journey into also hear from you guys as well too, things that you're learning and growing in. And um yeah, I have so many different ideas, and I think that's one of the hardest things for me is that like learning how to get through it first, like have I have those ideas, but learning to get it out my head and on paper and have like a at least some kind of path to follow. But I think sometimes I want to do so many different things that sticking on one thing is a bit rough for me, especially when I have so many different passions. I think that's why Living Generation was kind of born, because I was like, I just don't have one thing. I just like the idea of legacy and just building and living life and passing it on to the next generation. And I thought that with that idea, I can include so many different things. Um, but yeah, I hope that you have a good day, and I just wanted to kind of come in and just share this quick video with you, and just hope that you enjoy it. I know it's just simple, just me sewing, and it's not actually like a sewing tutorial or anything, but I just thought it'd be cool to post it because it is a skill that I'm learning in 2026, and I'm excited to share the progress of it as well too. And I hope you have a good day, and you can also I will continually post on the Living Generationally podcast. You can find the podcast on here as well too, and you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.